Hi, my name is David Bellamy and this is Lessons from a Decade of Listening. I'm going to talk a lot about anonymity. I'm going to talk a lot about fears and concerns that organizations have about safety and all that sort of stuff. But I want to start by a little sort of story about how we get to where we are. So today, Harkn is a fully interactive, safe, anonymous, sort of equalizes voice technology. And we'll cover that in future sessions. But right at the beginning, we were static. Right? I still can't believe that we designed a platform where you could share how you were feeling today and your work experiences, but you couldn't interact in any way. But we did, right? And that's where we started. And over time, we introduced little bits of additional functionality. So it was sort of reactions, a reaction, and then it was other reactions. And eventually, we released the sort of version where people could speak with one another, engage in dialogue about work, completely anonymously, and that was a game-changing thing for us. But it also came with massive fear because we were terrified, everybody was terrified. What would happen if we give organizations or we give employees this sort of environment where they could say anything they like and not be identified? And nothing that we feared might happen happened. In fact, nothing like that happened. And the best thing I could describe about this was one of the organizations we were working with at the time had insisted we put a moderation tool in place so that because they were used to having people having to redact the surveys that they did and sort of really cleanse them of libelous comments or slanderous comments, whichever one it is. And so we built this sort of moderation tool, which means you could flag comments and then remove them from view, etc., etc. It was never used. It was never used. The filter is in our brains, not in the technology. We use Twitter differently than we use Instagram or LinkedIn. They behave differently. The tools are the context in which we operate, and that's king. Anyway, thought that was worth sharing. Thank you.